In the twilight of a once mighty empire, a boy ascended the throne of Morocco, but he would never truly rule. This is the story of Abu Said Uthman III, the 13th Marinid Sultan, a ruler in name but a puppet in the hands of others. His reign would span nearly 3 decades, yet the kingdom would only slip further into decline. Welcome to an age of deception, betrayal, and the slow death of a dynasty. The Boy Sultan. It was the year 1393. Morocco was unstable, its throne constantly threatened by rebellion, intrigue, and foreign ambitions. At just around 10 years old, Abu Said Uthman III was placed on the throne. Too young to rule, too innocent to realize the storm he was walking into. Power quickly fell into the hands of his viziers, cunning men who used the boy sultan as a shield while they pulled the strings from behind the curtain. The court in Fez became a battleground of influence. Each vizier sought control, not for the good of the realm, but for his own wealth and power. A kingdom in decline. While the young sultan grew older, his grip on power remained weak. Tribal unrest spread across the country. The southern provinces no longer listened to Fez. The Wattasids in the Rif and eastern regions acted autonomously. In the Su and Dra valleys, loyalty to the Marinids was all but gone. To make matters worse, the once strong military was fragmented. Loyal troops were scarce. The cities were struggling economically. The prestige of the Marinids, built over a century of conquest and diplomacy, was crumbling, and through it all, Abu Said Uthman III remained passive, often retreating into the comforts of the palace while viziers governed and plundered in his name. The vizier's game. There were moments of hope, attempts to centralize power or to reform the administration, but each one failed. Why? Because those around the sultan wanted a weak ruler. The stronger Abu Said tried to become, the more enemies he made in his own court. Several viziers were assassinated, others mysteriously vanished. It was a game of shadows, and Abu Said was never more than a pawn. Some even whispered that foreign powers, like the Christian kingdoms of Iberia, were indirectly influencing decisions in the Marinid palace. Meanwhile, piracy increased along the Mediterranean coast. Trade suffered, the economy deteriorated, and discontent grew louder with every passing year. The rise of the Wattasids. In the later years of his rule, the most powerful faction to emerge was the Wattasid family. Originally viziers, they now held real power. Abu Said, desperate to maintain his position, gave them more influence. But the more they gained, the more they plotted. Eventually, the Wattasids began to openly challenge the authority of the Sultan. Though they didn't yet seize the throne, they laid the foundation for the end of Marinid rule. Legacy of a shadow. In 1420, after nearly 27 years on the throne, Sultan Abu Said Uthman III died, not with a bang, but with a whisper. He left behind a weakened state, an exhausted court, and an empire ready to fall into the hands of stronger men. His reign was one of stagnation and manipulation, a time when Morocco could have risen but instead drifted into darkness. Yet even in weakness, his story teaches us something powerful, that a throne is only as strong as the man who dares to sit on it. If you enjoyed this journey through Morocco's forgotten past, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Unlock more stories of sultans, rebels, and empires every week. History is not just in the books. It's alive in the echoes of power, betrayal, and ambition.